welcome to my Flosstube channel, Thread the Needle. My name is Vani, and welcome to those of you who have not been here before. Thank you for joining me. It's a place where I share my love of full coverage cross stitch. And for those of you who are returning, hi, welcome back. I say welcome back because it has been quite a bit since I filmed the last video. That is due to summer. Whether it's been because family, actually it's all because of family, because you want to spend time with family when the weather's nice, and a lot happened over the summer. We had a few trips to go visit family in Ontario, which is a couple of provinces away. Then we had family come visit us and stay with us. So it was a lot of showing them touristy things. And then my daughter came home for the summer from university, so that was wonderful. So I had both kids at home because my son attends university here, so it was nice to have both of them home. So spending a lot of time with them. And then at the end of the summer, it was taking her back to university, getting her settled in her new place. So a lot happened with that, so I did not have a lot of stitching time at all. What little time that I did have, I tried to do smaller projects. Like, I've been working really hard to finish my retreat piece to make sure that it's ready for my next retreat, which is coming up in October. Then what else did I work on? I picked up a little of other crafts. Crocheting, that's a new thing that I've kind of picked up this year. I'm very, very beginner, but like I said, we had some family trips to Ontario, and one of those reasons was we had a new baby join the family. So we went up for the baby shower, then we went up for another quick trip after the baby was born, and I crocheted a baby blanket. So any little free time that I had was rushing, trying to get that baby blanket done by the time the baby was born. And I only have one picture because I was in such a rush. I didn't take any pictures along the way, or not even in person, only after I gave it to them, took a picture of the blanket. So here's the blanket. I love this pattern, and yeah, it was so much fun to stitch, and it was easy. I could do, like, at the end of the night when everyone was in bed, before I went to sleep, I could just do a row. What else did I work on? I'm also working on my giveaway for my retreat piece, and I found a cute little pattern for like a coffee cup cozy that I actually learned from Pam on Pam's Crafty Corner, because that was one of her gift exchanges for us when we went to a retreat together. So it's been a little bit of crochet summer, which is weird because normally I knit. When I'm not cross stitching, I knit, but I'm finding crocheting to be faster. So, but like I said, I am a very, very beginner crocheter. So, but it's been fun. Let's see what else. Oh, and my daughter asked me to crochet her a blanket. So yeah, it has been a busy summer with regular summer activities and family, and friends. And August is our birthday month, and because family was visiting, we decided to make it a big deal because my husband was celebrating a milestone birthday. So my birthday's on the 7th of August, his is on the 8th, and then my daughter's is at the end of August. So August is always a good birthday month for us. And let's see. And that's about it. I think the last time I filmed and showed you progress on my projects was on June 1st. I did stitch a little bit in the month of June, but I never got to film it. So I'm going to share the update on my stitching right now. So let's go have a look. I'm going to reach over and grab my notebook. So to be perfectly honest, this is my second time filming this video. I did film it last night actually, and then as I was editing it, I decided I did not like the lighting. It was casting some odd shadows, and then I realized, I looked back at a couple other videos, I was like, oh my god, it has those same shadows, and I'm not liking it. So I'm going to try this lighting. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so let's see. First up, I'd like to discuss my anniversary piece. As you all know, I'm stitching on a surprise anniversary gift for my husband. It's a picture of the two of us from when we were very, very young. at the beginning of our marriage, and we're going to be celebrating 25 years next year, so I thought, wouldn't it be nice just to have that portrait stitched? So here's the progress I've made on it so far. And over here, which is all folded up, is my face. And then I'm going into his face. And yeah, it's on 28 count 1/1 full cross. It is making progress, and I'm very happy with that. Slow progress, but progress nonetheless. And I just want to continue on it. Keep going every day, at least put a few. My goal is at least to try to put a couple hundred stitches in. That still won't get me to our anniversary in March next year, but I won't have a completion. But at least I'll have enough to show him and say, this is your gift. I still have a few more months to work on it, but here you go. And I think he'll be happy, and I don't think he'll have any issues with that. Next up, I would like to talk about my Ganesh. So I think last time I mentioned that I was really not feeling nice about the fact that I wasn't stitching on it at all, like barely, because it wasn't a focus piece this year and it wasn't coming around in rotation. So my mood changed and I wanted to kind of give it a little bit more attention. So I decided to try and stitch on it at least 50 stitches a day. And I did manage that for a little while, and I'm going to do that again, but I got thus far. Sorry, just picking off some lint. So here we go. This is how much I got on Ganesh, and I think these are, I want to say 20 stitches wide diagonals. I find it's just easier to work 20 across rather than 10 across, because that would be a very narrow diagonal, and I much prefer the 20 across. There you go. This is on 22 count 2/1 full cross, and I really enjoy that. Next up is my retreat piece. It is Mini Meditation, and I of course re-jigged it so that it was sectioned off so that each block represented a different retreat that I went to. And this is all that I have left to add for the last retreat. I just have to fill in this section right here and this one right here. So I believe this past retreat I stitched on this block and this block. And then it's ready for, whoops, sorry. Then it's ready for my next retreat. This is a piece that I just absolutely love because of all the colors. I can't even explain it. I love all the colors in there. It's like all the prime colors, and it's just so colorful and really fun to work on. This is being stitched on 22 count 2/1 full cross. Oh, I should say, so far all my projects have been Heaven and Earth design, even my portrait. Way back when, years ago, I had it commissioned by Heaven and Earth to convert into cross stitch, and that is what they gave me. It is humongous, but the detail is amazing, and I'm happy with it. Then we're going to move on to, I worked on Birds in Bloom just a little bit. Not a lot of progress, but just a tiny bit. And this is a lengthwise long, narrow piece. So I think it's only up until here. So I'm hoping to stitch down this way and then continue on that way in columns, in the page columns, because I think the page stops like right here. So I decided to stitch all the way this way, and then I'll keep moving. So it's coming along, slowly but surely, but it is coming along. This is 20 count 2/1 full cross. Fabric is from Kayli. It was one of those ones that I bought the fabric first, and then I was like, I need a project to fit the fabric. Do any of you do that? I always find these pretty fabrics most of the time from Kayli, and I'm like, oh, I love this fabric. I have to have this fabric, but now I need something to stitch on it. Next up, we have Golden Promises. I don't know if you can see any of the progress on it. It was very little. I only had it in the hoop for a small, short amount of time, but here you go anyway. So I just worked on this diagonal here, filled in a few spots, filled in a few stragglers that were left over from the previous diagonal, and there you go. This is on 18 count 2/1 full cross. And then next up is a new start that I had in the month of June. I think I mentioned that a group of us were stitching A Beautiful Place. So Leanne had spoken about a couple months ago about a new start that she's having with a few friends of hers. And when she mentioned it and she showed it, it was a beautiful place, and it is so beautiful. It really is. The picture is beautiful and the colors are beautiful. And so I said, you know what? I think I want to start it with you. And then it evolved from there. More and more people joined, and it came more than just a group sale where people were stitching the same piece together, but more of a friendship sale. And this group has become, we chat every day. There's always, because we're all from different parts of the world, timing wise, someone is always awake, and it's just lovely. There's always a conversation going on. There's a lot of support. There's a little bit of enabling, chart enabling, fabric enabling, stitching stuff related enabling, but it's all in good fun. What I enjoy most about the group is the friendships that we've created and the support that we give each other. That's what I really love about this stitching community. So, A Beautiful Place. I made a start on it on June 20th, and then I didn't really do anything until last week. So on June 20th is when I got most of the progress that I'm going to show you, and then last week I put a little bit more in. So there we go. So as you can see, this is just the top corner, and it has a lot of foliage, fall colors, trees. It's just, it's aptly titled A Beautiful Place. The colors are just really lovely to work on. And again, fabric from Kayli. She specifically dyed this piece for me just to kind of give me something fun to work on, and the colors kind of match along with the picture. It's really, really lovely. And lastly, I'm going to talk about, well, I think before I show you the last piece that I worked on, because I actually worked on it last night after I filmed my first version of this video, so we'll talk about it in a moment. My upcoming plans for September to November. I'm not going to talk about December yet because I always have something fun planned for December, and I'm really looking forward to this December. I have some same things planned as I always do for the countdown to Christmas, excuse me, and a couple of new things. So I'm still want to do a lot of the fun stuff that I do, the challenges and the little gift giveaway. And then again, like last year, I want to do a mystery cross stitch. And I have a fun one planned for this time. I'm not prepared to kind of share and everything, but I do want to share so that you might also get it if you're interested, and you can join me. But next video, I will have more details about what I've planned. But let's talk about my plans for September to November. So as always, every day I want to stitch on my anniversary piece, and every day I want to stitch a little bit on Ganesha. So that's a few hundred stitches between the two of them. Then I'm going to put all the rest of the projects in a rotation, and I'm going to pick one project, put in 500 stitches in it before I rotate it out. I know in the past, if you follow along with me, you will know that I often change my rotation routine. And this is because whether my mood has changed or whether my stitching availability has changed, whatever it may be, I make changes often to suit what's going on in my life. So right now, I want to stitch on the anniversary piece, and I want to make some progress on Ganesha for the next 3 months. And then I'm going to rotate all my pieces. The first one in the rotation, even though it's not random, first one in the rotation that I'm going to put in is a new start that I really, really love. So Kayli and I, from Kayli's Tent Stitch, and she has a beautiful shop. It's called a sewing shop. She sells anything and everything stitching related, starting from fabric, from charts, project bags, kits, and a little bit of everything. And she's such a lovely, lovely lady. And I had the pleasure of meeting her multiple times, and we've become friends over the years. And she lives in Ontario, but I live in Newfoundland, so every time I'm out there for a stitching related trip, I really like to spend time with her. And she has given me so much lovely fabric, and I've gotten a lot of fabric from her because she'll sell it at some of the retreats. And I have always reached out to her when I said, hey, I have this project that I want to work on and I need a really, really cool piece of fabric. She always delivers. So a few months ago, she and I were chatting, and I was like, you know what, there's a lot of those AI images that are really, really beautiful. And so we were talking back and forth, and there was this one particular image that I really liked. It was of a dancing Indian girl, and it had just like a lot of color and everything in the background. And so I was like, do you think this could be charted? And she said, oh, absolutely. And so she charted it for me, and it turned out beautifully. We kept going back and forth until we tweaked it to how we liked it, and this is what we got. And so this is going to be my first new start, and I really, really, really like it. So we decided to call it Colors of India, for lack of a better word, because it is so colorful and it does represent India with all the colors. So in my first edit of this video, I did not have a new start to show you. I just was going to tell you that I was going to be doing a new start, but then I worked on it, and then I decided to reshoot this video. So we have a new start on Colors of India, and this is it. That's it, just a few colors and shades of green, but I'm still so excited. I decided to do it on 18 count 2/1 full cross, and I'm so already loving it so much. So I'm going to put in 500 stitches on this before I move on to my next rotation piece. I have another new start planned. The colors, it's chart colors that really call to me, and Heaven and Earth Designs put out a new chart a few days ago, and as soon as they posted it that it was live on their website, I had to go on over to their website, and wow, it was really nice, and the mock-up looked nice, and the colors were just so vibrant. It's called Bits and Bobbins, and I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's going to be another new start for me coming up. I don't know if I'll start it right away because I have one new start now. So maybe after this I'll do another rotation piece, then I'll do another new start. But that is what I have planned for the next few months. Let's see how it goes. I hope to get another video out back into my regular routine. I'm going to try bi-weekly again, see how it goes. Then December is going to roll around, and I've got fun things planned for December. Then, let's see. I have no idea what's planned for next year yet. I'm not even thinking that far ahead. I just want to stitch, and isn't that why we're all here? Just to do a little bit more stitching. I'm really glad that I was able to get back and film with you today. I really hope you enjoyed my small update, and I look forward to sharing with you more. Thanks for coming. Bye.